Hi, I'm Jen from JenThereDoneThat, and here are the latest travel restrictions for September 2020 in Puerto Rico. There's a lot of them, so let's go through the basics. This executive order starts today, September 12th, and will go through October 2nd. But that doesn't mean it will actually expire on October 2nd. There's still a strong possibility that it will be extended or slightly changed between now and October 2nd. The curfew is still from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. We've had this curfew since March, so no surprise there. Masks covering the mouth and nose are required, as well as social distancing. There's no one around me, and I'm at a table with beverages, so I'm not wearing a mask. There is a $100 fine if you're caught not wearing a mask in public. Beaches are now open. They're open 7 days a week, and we are so excited. Yay! We're so excited beaches are back open. 7 days a week! Yay! 7 days a week pools! Woo! They were closed on Sundays, but beaches are back open. Masks are required when you're not in the water. You need to keep a minimum of 6 feet between each group, so your family does not need to wear a mask or be separated from each other. You can be in your own little group, your own little pod, but then you need to keep distance from everyone else. But this now means you can bring your beach chairs and your umbrellas, and you can hang out and actually enjoy the beach instead of the social solo exercise that we were doing. So you can walk on the beach, you can swim on the beach, you can sit on the beach, you can drink on the beach, you can have a good time on the beach. 7 days a week now. Restaurants are back open 7 days a week. That's the big one. We're sitting at a restaurant right now. They are only allowed to be open 50% capacity. So as soon as we sat down at this table, we saw the manager explaining which tables people can be sat at and which tables have to remain unsat to keep their 50% capacity, because we are indoors. We also went very early, so literally we're the only table right now. Stores and businesses and banks can all open 7 days a week. Banks aren't going to open 7 days a week, but the stores and businesses that were previously closed on Sundays can now reopen. So that's a big deal. We were limited to just grocery stores, pharmacies, and gas stations, and everything else was closed. This is really important because voter registration can now open on Sunday, and we only have a few more days for people to register to vote for the November primaries. Big deal. The casinos, gyms, and movie theaters can reopen. They're at 25% capacity, but they are reopened. The big one is pools and common areas in hotels, resorts, and condos can reopen. We can finally use our pools again, which is great because that's why we've been going and doing so many of the natural pools and the rivers and all the other excursions, is because we can't go swimming in pools. So now that is open and allowed. It's at 25% capacity, so there may be restrictions on how many people can go in or having to make reservations depending on the pool, but they're reopened. Bars and clubs, nightclubs, any of that, they're still closed. That's fine. Those don't really get exciting until after 10 anyway, and we have a 10 o'clock curfew, so not happening. The ferries to Vieques and Culebra are still limited to just residents and emergency personnel. So don't book your trip to go to Vieques or Culebra right now. They're not accepting any kind of tourists unless you actually live there. El Yunque Rainforest is open, but as you've seen in a previous video, reservations are required. I'll leave that link up above. All travelers arriving in Puerto Rico are required to submit their travel declaration, contact information, and proof of the PCR nose swab. If you do not have that upon arrival, they will have you quarantined for 2 weeks or until you can get a negative test result. So that's it. That's the big announcement for September 2020 travel to Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos from JenThereDoneThat in Puerto Rico and beyond.